What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of Your Hometown Road Trip. We are continuing talking to people who helped out during the aftermath of Helene. So we got a lot of amazing people to talk to today, so let's go ahead and get right to it. The CSRA is full of interesting people.
Well, we're gonna go. We'll leave him here.
Places.
Well, I have learned a lot today.
And activities.
Buckle up, saddle up, and get ready to ride.
And now I'm hitting the road to share them with you.
There's a lot of things going on right now.
And I promise,
Come on!
they're worth the drive.
What's going on, guys? We're here for our first stop of the day, and we're talking to people who did awesome things in the aftermath of Helene. And today we got a special guest with us. We got my friend the Major here. How are you doing today, sir?
Good. How are you?
I am doing excellent. And for those who don't know, tell us a little bit about who you are and where we're at right now and what you guys are all about.
Sure. So me, along with my wife, are the Majors of the Salvation Army here in Augusta and the surrounding area. We're here in our Croc Center. We're in our kitchen right now, but the Croc Center, we have members that come in. We have church here. We have some homeschooling things. There's just a bunch of different things that happen here at the Croc Center. And then, of course, we have just down the road on Green Street, our Center of Hope, where we have our homeless services and those kind of things. So it's just a lot of things happening.
So what's like the overall mission of this place? Like, what are you guys trying to accomplish?
Sure. So the mission of the Salvation Army is to meet human need in Jesus' name without discrimination and to preach the gospel. Those are the two things. And so from that, you get different expressions of that. Certainly the Croc Center is one of those. We have our family stores around, and all of those family stores, if you go and you donate or you shop there, those funds go to help support our Center of Hope, where we have our homeless services, where in the past 3 years, I believe we've taken right at 300 people from homelessness into being housed.
Nice.
And then here also on the first stop, which is right here by the Croc Center, we've been able in the last year keep just under 700 people in their homes. So it's a lot of things happening. It's great, good stuff.
Nice. So we're talking to people about Helene today. And so before we get into what you guys did here, I've been kind of asking everybody, what your personal story was that day. I think we all have a different one when we all woke up that morning. So
Sure.
tell me what happened with you.
Sure. So we woke up, me and my wife, right as it was coming in. I think around 4:30. We're up. Amanda ran up, got the kids, brought them downstairs. They all went into our bedrooms and went into our bedroom and laid down. I sat in the chair and essentially watched the trees go back and forth, hoping they wouldn't fall on our house. Thankfully, we were spared that. But then got up, walked around the neighborhood and saw the destruction. And I've been deployed on disaster services before, never had it happen where I live, and never to the level that we got hit here. And so once we were able to get out the next day, that Saturday, we actually came here and tried to make some assessment of what we can do and all that. And I'll be honest, I was overwhelmed Saturday with, I don't know what to do. I don't know, because at that point, no power, no nothing, right? So I was just trying to figure out what we could do. We came back the next day, Sunday. Had worship here. We had to have it, normally we have it in our chapel. For those who have been to the Croc, you'll know, our theater there. We had to do it here in the banquet hall because, again, no power, and so the light would come in, the natural light. When we finished, 10 minutes after service was over, the lights came back on.
That's awesome.
The lights came back on. That then afforded us the opportunity to do a couple of things. One, tell the National Guard we were able to house the National Guard here for a week. Tell them yes. That also allowed us to try to do some response to the community. And so that afternoon we went, because gas was an issue, we went to find gas. Found diesel, because we have our disaster unit, and getting that running. Actually was able to get a hold of our Cisco accountant who does food. On that Sunday for them to deliver the next day. For us to start producing meals. I mean, it's just God thing.
Lining
up,
it all lined
right?
up for you. Yeah. And so, doing throughout all this, I'm sure you guys got a chance to help a lot of people, with giving out meals. What were the reaction from some of these people when they came out and you guys were able to help them out?
I mean, the reaction was just gratitude.
Yeah.
Right? Just graciousness and gratitude. And I'll tell you, this community is very much community-minded, but that got pumped to like a 20 during Helene. With all the other nonprofits, with the churches, with people who were just concerned citizens jumping in. Right, and so we were able to serve meals out of this kitchen. This is where it was all prepped and cooked and all that. We had certainly some of our Croc employees came in. We had church members come in and volunteer to work 10-hour days and then go back to their hot houses that had no power. Right, like that kind of blessing of doing that. And we had 2 disaster units that went out into the community, like the hub and a couple other apartments. We have one apartment that we went to, the first 6 floors were being renovated, and so when the power went out, the elevator didn't work, and it was a senior apartment. So we delivered, and they had volunteers there that would run the food up to them. We had another community that was cut off, didn't have food for 5-6 days, cut off. We were able to then, with the help of very generous donors, we're able to then take MREs to them within an hour and a half of us finding out, able to take a box truck full of MREs to them. And there's a story of, as they're unloading the stuff, one kid, probably 4 or 5 years old, reaching their little hand reaching into the thing just to grab a water. That kind of, just bringing that kind of hope that we can't do without amazingly generous volunteers and donors and the partnerships that we have. So it was good.
So, man, I'll give you a high five on that. That's awesome. If people are trying to find out about you guys or find out what you got going on, whether to volunteer or if they need help, where do they go? What do they do?
Sure. So if you want to go on SalvationArmyAugusta.org, right now we're gearing up big time for our Christmas season. So you'll hear the bells ringing throughout the community. You can sign up to be a bell ringer. You can volunteer to do that. We have our Angel Tree program that's coming. If you would like to adopt an angel and go shop for, we have so many people I mean, the whole community, right, is affected by Helene. So many who have signed up for Angel Tree because of Helene. And so another way of helping support in that way is if you want to get an angel and shop for that child is another great way. Again, you just visit SalvationArmyAugusta.org. You can find all that information.
Well, hey, look, I want to thank you again for all the work that you guys have done out here. We'll definitely be back again in the future because you guys are always doing some amazing stuff out here. And who knows, maybe I'll come by. Maybe I'll be like a special guest bell ringer.
Absolutely. We'd love that.
Love it. All right. Well, look, you guys, thank you very much. We'll see you guys in a little bit. We're going to go to our next stop now and talk to our next guest.